And with all that, you just got to be intentional and find some kind of purpose with your time
Yeah.
and the friends that you have, because you literally have so much free time in college. I feel compared to high school and probably when you're in the adult world. So take advantage of it and be an explorer, be a learn it all, be uncomfortable.
Episode 3 of the pod. Welcome, everyone. For today, we're going to talk about, is college a scam? Is it worth it? Because college acceptance letters are coming out, I think. If I remember. I'm a fucking boomer now. I don't remember college acceptance anymore. But I think it's coming out around right now,
Mildred.
right? Mildred. Gertrude. Shout out to all the
Geraldine.
Gertrudes.
Shout out to Edwina.
Oh,
Any Edwinas out
Oh
there?
my gosh.
We know about an Edwina.
Yo,
We know
shout
about
out
it.
to her, man.
potentially RIP, but like, not, I don't know.
Hey, we can't be going around
Nah.
saying that.
Nah,
Yeah, no.
dude.
I mean,
Dude, dope.
all right, but anyways, college acceptance letters are probably going to come out around the time we release this video. So we wanted to talk about, as 3 college students, currently in the present day, what our experience has been like, and what do we think about the whole college system? Is it worth it for you? All right, boys. I think let's start with Nathan because I think he has a really strong opinion about this. I want to hear it.
Should we start with like what
Yeah.
we're studying too, or
Oh yeah, just like a little bit background.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So for me, I'm studying kinesiology, which is like the study of human bodily movements, specifically through like sports and that kind of stuff and rehabilitation processes. And I'm doing a focus on physical therapy.
Nice.
I'm also a kines major with a concentration in exercise science. I don't really know what I want to do with it. So we'll kind of talk about more with if it was worth it kind of thing later. But yeah, what about you, Matt?
I'm the complete opposite. I'm a film production major. Yeah, so movies, TV shows, commercials, just trying to entertain people, I guess.
OxyClean.
Yes, bro. Billy Mays, bro.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, same person, bro. Just different, like same but different, you know.
Same
but
thing,
different.
but different.
Same. All right.
But different.
Yeah. Hey, let us know in the comments if you know that
Oh, I
reference.
love that movie.
Shout out to you if you do. Oh my gosh.
Real
All right,
ones
Nate.
right
Yeah.
there.
What are your opinions, bro? Like about this whole college thing? Is it worth it?
All right. If you want just a normal job, go to college. But if you want to be wealthy and rich and build wealth, you really don't need to go to college. If you just want a normal standard 9 to 5 job, go to college. But if you don't go to college, I feel.
No. I don't think that's fair.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Whoa.
Okay. Then you don't need to go to college.
Yeah, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
Yes.
All right.
But we're not recommending anything.
Oh my
This is
God.
not
No.
advice. This is not advice.
Yo.
Sorry about that.
Can you,
keep that in because it's funny.
Can you explain?
Yeah, can you explain?
Can you explain like why?
Well, in my case, with my major as a kinesiology major, you really can't do much once you graduate. Like most you can become is probably a PE teacher at elementary school. Or, yeah, with the degree. But that's about it. I mean, or else you got to go to grad school, get the master's, get the doctorate, go into some healthcare field, which requires a graduate degree. So there's not much opportunity for me. And I feel like a lot of the material that I've learned, I could have just learned off some textbook online, YouTube. Exactly. I feel like all of my major is summed up through this dude's channel, Mike Gives a Tale, Renaissance Periodization. I feel like my whole major is just summed up in his course, which is free.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. It's crazy. Yeah. So
it's amazing.
But definitely like at my school, engineering, business, those are big time fields that a lot of the majority of students at my school participate in, and they have to go to college to eventually get a job in their career. Like you can't just become an engineer not going to college. I don't think that's possible unless maybe if you have some crazy coding skills, then probably but usually they require a BS degree or some type of bachelor's to enter a certain field. What do you guys have to add onto that?
Well, hold on. Let's get to Fadges. Like, let's not do
Yeah.
questions first, because I want to get everyone's perspective, and then like let's shit test everyone's like beliefs, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Fadge, let's go to you.
Yeah. So with my film perspective, like I know people like who didn't go to college, and they're like killing it like in like the commercial game back in LA. But for like a lot of people, like to go to college for film, um, like you just like don't like really know much about film. Like some people just take it to just they just think it's an easy A. So like for those like who do want to like actually like make this like a serious career, it's not super necessary. Like if you don't go to college, like you just need the drive to just keep pushing to make it. But there are like a lot of advantages to going to college for film, such as like building up your network. Like that is very important to have in film because like some of the people that you meet here, like will be like a very like key point in your life. And um, but like you need to like still put in the work to make those relationships, to put in the work outside of class because it's not like a traditional major like where you just like go to class, study, then you're just chilling until you have a quiz or something. So like with like film and the arts, like um, it is like a lot of like outside of class time and just like a lot of just grinding like every day to actually make it. So it's not super necessary. If you're not the person to grind, then maybe go to college and try it out.
Sweet. I gotta clear my voice for this because I've had a lot of mental energy put into this question. Like, is college worth it? So when I was in high school, I thought it was like absolutely necessary for everyone in the world to go to college for
Really?
them to get a good job. And just my background, I am an immigrant from the Philippines. I came here when I was
Yeah.
6 years old, and my parents, what they
We
say
got
to
a
me,
fob over here.
Heck
we got,
yeah.
dude,
Oh, is
canceled.
that
You're
bad?
canceled. You're
What's
canceled.
wrong? What's wrong with thinking? You're a fob, man. I'm Asian. I don't know.
No,
Friendly
yeah,
fire, it's all
but
good.
yeah, whatever. But I'm not butthurt, but like cancel culture is a thing.
I mean, we all know
Um,
each other, so it's okay.
yeah.
All
So
right, he's fresh off the boat. Is there a difference?
yeah, but anyways, my parents, because they were immigrants, they told me like, "Yo, education is the way to success," and I believed that all the way until I got to college. And so my first year of college was like, so let me just set some context. There was not a lot of learning involved in my first year of college. It was just like having a good time, meeting a lot of people,
Oh
and
yeah, bro.
yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, there was not too much learning. It was just all about, yeah, like I said, having a good time instead of being productive. So um, so now, so okay, so after that, I got into a lot of like personal finance and knowing how money really works, and I got into the complete other spectrum. I was like, yo, college is bull. Like, why does anyone ever need to go to college, bro? Like, it's just a scam. They're just trying to take your money, which like I kind of still believe to be partly true still now. But my viewpoint now is that um, college is there's definitely value in going to college just from meeting people, getting out of your comfort zone, just because like you're kind of just thrown out into
Oh,
the
yeah.
world, kind of because it's still like a controlled environment, but you don't have your parents there to like walk you through everything. You're kind of just out there. You learn so much about yourself um, just by being around other people that aren't necessarily just like you, and you have to learn how to live with people that like sometimes you don't like them, and sometimes like you kind of just got like into the wrong friend group. So one of my lessons was like I really found out who I vibed with and who I didn't like necessarily want to hang around with, and that's fine. Like everyone has their own niche, everyone has their own taste of people, so that's completely cool. But I feel like college is such a conducive environment for you to find out who you are. But where I think it starts getting scammy is let's break this down. Present you two facts. Fact number one: the cost of college is going up. Irrefutable. Like I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. Number two: the value of a bachelor's degree is increasingly decreasing because a lot more jobs are requiring degrees above a bachelor's degree. So, fact number one: cost of college is increasing. Fact number two: the value of what you're getting out of college, which is the degree, this is why we're all there, is decreasing. So I feel like there's something wrong with the system. Like that to me just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is something that's decreasing in value going up in price? So yeah, I'm like kind of struggling with that. So, and Nathan's right. I agree with him. You definitely don't need to go to college to be financially successful. Because let's face it, that's exactly why we all go to college, right? It's to get a good job, have a stable job, and all that stuff. But if you learn about, yeah, exactly, that's what we've been told all along. And maybe that was true for people in the old generations. I think it was true
definitely.
for their generations.
But we have this.
Yeah, when we have the internet. For us, like all of my learning specifically, happened outside of the classroom. Yeah. Jen,
No
Nate,
doubt.
what you got?
No doubt. I definitely feel like I don't learn a single thing when I'm in class. I feel like I learn more at home when I review the material and actually study the material at home. So I feel like, what was the point of me going to class? Like, they could have just assigned me what to read and what to go over. So I highly agree that you're paying money for the social environment, for the friends that you meet, for the network that you build.
Right.
And
yeah, exactly.
Definitely the price of college does not justify itself. Its increases way beyond inflation. And it mainly has to do with the increasing amount of administrators that the college has to supply, because now they have like multiple departments that have multiple deans and multiple, board officials, and they got to pay them a ton of money. I think that's one aspect of why these prices keep going up. And yeah, education is becoming a business, which is not right, I feel. But yeah, definitely agree with you, JV, on all those points that you made. Yeah, I definitely learn a lot more outside the classroom. Like, I'll be going through my anatomy class and I don't know what's going on until I actually go home and watch YouTube videos and read through the textbook more. And I feel like, oh, I could have just not gone to class and just did all this at home. But I did see some cool friends in class, maybe a person of the opposite sex. I don't know, you gotta holler at them. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. hey, uy.
Uy, oh, maganda
Halika
ka.
dito.
This your Tito boy.
No, but yeah, there's here's a really important point. College is only here just to make sure that you have the skills of getting shit done in time. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like it just puts you on a schedule. The main thing it teaches you, I feel, is how to manage your time wisely. And because but even then, you know what's crazy though, what I just found out? My school puts all the syllabi of every class on their website. So like you if you really wanted to, you could have the whole learning experience of a college by yourself in like with just your computer, because you can just go through all the syllabi and look through each week, look through the readings and the textbook, all that stuff, all the activities, and you can just do that by yourself. That's crazy to me. Like, they're putting it out there. You just need to do it. That's literally in college. The only thing in college is that you have to do it. Like, that's your obligation. You're paying to do it. But if you have the drive, you can like learn everything that a college class teaches you by yourself without having to pay for it. Because let me get you guys in on a little secret. there are websites out here that make college textbooks for free. You know, the legality is kind of questionable, but there are websites out there. So
Exactly. Hold up, let me add a point to that about that. You can literally look up Harvard lectures, Stanford lectures, Yale lectures on YouTube. Like some computer science classes, some like astrophysics lecture 2.A kind of thing. You can find all of this stuff on YouTube. It's great. You don't even need to pay the $50,000
yeah,
in
it's
tuition.
crazy. Bro,
You
like
just
I just
watch
recently
tuition
watched like an
online.
intro to quantum mechanics lecture just for fun, just because I was, you know, y'all know that 2 a.m. YouTube type feel where you're just scrolling through and you know, there's just quantum mechanics there,
Hold up,
and you're
was
just
it
like,
the
oh, that's
MIT?
interesting. It
MIT?
was MIT courseware, yeah.
Do you do with the dreads?
No, it was
Oh,
an Asian.
never mind.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's all out there. Like the internet is crazy. So, but the
Yeah.
thing that college does is just it gives you an incentive, a financial incentive. If you don't do well here, then you're kind of just wasting your money. But for the really driven people out there that don't need that type of like incentive, you can learn everything by yourself, honestly.
Yeah, like for me, like how I got into film was like through photography. Like I just found film and just straight up just learned as much as I can before it. So like my freshman year of college, like I was literally like in my like 100 level class, just bored out of my bored out of my mind because I literally knew like everything it was talking about, and it was pretty much like that. Like for a lot of like my classes, like I just like knew everything. So, but like I still like continue to like learn as much as I can on my own through like YouTube videos, like analyzing like different like films and like learning like their techniques and like figured out how they do certain things. And yeah, just kind of sucks that like it's not super necessary to like go to college like when all this because I literally taught myself everything.
Yeah. Do we have anything that we disagree with each other? Like,
We'll be quiet.
I mean,
All
I
good.
don't think so. Like, I mean, like the one like what made college worth it for me is like the people I met. Because like I know like they're like really good people. Like I will like probably I will be friends with them like for the like probably the rest of my life. So like I think like the relationships I made is what made college worth it. So,
100%, 100%. All right. What about this, guys? How do you maximize? Hold on. How do you maximize your college experience? So we're talking. So this is for the people that do decide to go to college. Um, yeah. How do you maximize your college experience? Oh, it's so perfect. Um, what types of things do you think you should do to really get the most out of what you're paying for? Start with Nate.
Man, you just gotta put yourself out there, honestly, and just join as many clubs. Take any class that interests you and try to get into that class because you never know what that class can lead to in you being interested in. You know, say, oh, you take some random ethnic studies class now. Oh, you're super passionate about that, and you can maybe pursue a career in that later. You know, you never know. So you just gotta explore. This goes into the book range again, right?
Exactly,
Right.
Exactly. Hold up, I got something to add on to that. You should. You don't even have to sign up for the class. You can crash a class. Like I've done this before with Fuck. No. Okay, so you don't even have to like register for that class and get in. You can just like crash a class. So I've done this with like an econ class with like just because I was like going with a homie and I had nothing else to do. But I generally found economics interesting, where to the point where I was like really paying attention to what the professor was saying, and I took in a lot of useful information that day that I don't think people in that class were as engaged, so they didn't really synthesize what the hell was happening. But since I was in there with no expectations and I genuinely found the topic interesting, I feel like that I was the one that learned the most that day in that classroom. So, yeah. crash a class. So might as well try it. You might meet a cutie. Who knows? But you shouldn't be going there for the cuties.
No, he should be.
Yeah, you're right.
Halika dito.
Hey, baby girl. But yeah.
I'm over here, huh?
What
What
do
you
you
know
guys think
about?
Yo, what you guys think about income sharing agreements? So income sharing agreements is that you don't pay for college, but until you get a job in which the college like gets a certain amount of your paycheck every month. So it's free until you get a job. So here's the positives in my perspective. It creates aligned incentives for colleges to get people jobs because that's how they'll get funded, right? And also, it's like if you don't get a job in that specific field that you got studied in college, they're not going to get any cut of your money. So let's say Nate studied kinesiology, but he ended up doing real estate. Like the college shouldn't be getting any cut of that money, you know. So it really creates aligned incentives, but
That's
they're
kind of
probably
tough.
yeah, there are probably problems to that. But it sounds good.
I mean, like
It does on
depending,
surface level, yeah.
it depends
But
on the people, because like I think like lower income, I think that could help a lot.
Yeah, right. Because like, dude, it'll just really expand the access to education. Because I know I have a friend personally that had to stop going to college just because she couldn't pay for it, and she was genuinely one of the most intelligent people that I've ever met. But just her financial circumstances did not allow her to continue pursuing her education. And I feel like that's such a huge injustice to number one to her, but also to like the economy, to the world. Because there's like no doubt in my mind that she would have done very well and created a lot of value in the world if she could have just like finished her degree. And thankfully she's back now, but she's like a year behind, and that's just like, yeah.
that's a year's loss of income.
Exactly.
Which, man,
That's crazy.
yeah, there's a lot of nuance to that. Definitely. Because say you go down that approach and then you can just try to go to college for free by just switching to another career that interests you, kind of, right? Can't there always be that?
Yeah, I guess, but like,
I don't know. It's complicated, I feel. But I definitely agree with the lower income thing and opening access and opportunities to those less fortunate. Definitely.
And I feel like that could apply for like public universities, like state universities, like private institutions. Like you can pay like $70K to do whatever they want, right? Because they're private, like they're not under the system, technically. So I feel like state schools, like public schools, like that should be, or they should at least could do some research and look into it. Just because, like, I don't know, man, like access to education is just incredibly important nowadays. Specifically because the damn value of college is going down. God damn it. So why not fix the root problem first? Maybe.
All right. Let's pose this question now. Would you guys do anything different? Would you not go to college if you had the choice again? Say your 18-year-old self, would you go to community college? What'd you guys do? Let's start off with Matt. You know, especially with you in the film field, do you think it's worth it for your case?
Man, that was tough. I mean, like at that time, I definitely was talking to my parents about like possibly not going to college, to just go head in with film.
They're Filipino, so they were like, nah.
Yo, yeah.
Nursing, huh?
So, I mean, I did grow a lot since senior year of high school. So like I definitely don't want to change anything that happened.
Yeah, for sure. Or like what could you have done that you think would have like fast tracked your progress? You know?
In film,
Yeah.
honestly, I think I did like everything like perfectly. Cause like,
damn, okay.
I mean, like not like perfectly, but like, I like going into college, like I had like the mindset, like going into it, like that we discussed, like with teaching myself like everything I can, like on my own, and I just like had that mindset to just grind. like film. But maybe like one thing would be to like maybe like freshman year just like try to meet like more people. But other than that, I already know like most of the people in the film in the like the film department here, and like they like hit me up to like help them film. So I think I've accomplished some good stuff here.
For sure, dude. For me, oh my god, I messed up a lot. So I would have done stuff differently. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes, and so that you don't have to make them, and we can fast track your progress. But you have to really find a balance between fun and doing what you're there to do. So for me, since I knew a lot about kinesiology and working out, like what my field basically, going into college, I felt like I could just relax a little bit and just like do the more social aspects of college. But relaxing a little bit turned into relaxing way too much. So yeah, but just keep in mind, like as much as possible, try to keep in mind why you're there, and also like if you're paying for your own college, like luckily I am not paying for my education. My parents are helping me out. They're paying for the tuition. They're paying for everything. So I really felt like I let them down, number one, which is like even worse for me personally than letting
Oh,
myself down. So well, in the first year, but my second and third year I freaking killed it because I had that mess up and I was like, oh, okay, none of this stuff again. So yeah, I would. So the things that I did right though was meeting a lot of people. I really built up a lot of friendships or like acquaintances that could potentially turn into friendships. So really exposing yourself to a lot of different people, and I feel like my journey into diversifying my thoughts and ideals started during college, just because I was talking to so many people, um, hearing about their beliefs and that kind of stuff, and that allowed me to kind of sit back and be like, huh, is this legit? Like, should I think like this? Is this the right way to think? Is it helpful to think like this? So that I definitely got that right, like being outgoing, meeting a lot of people, and like just talking a bunch of shit with a lot of people. Like in class, just like say what's up to the person sitting right next to you. You never know; they could be your best friend, or they could be whack, and you don't vibe with them, and that's completely fine too. So there's learning going on with both positive and negative social interactions, and yeah, and I felt like okay, oh, I'm trying to find a way to phrase this. Um, don't, or let me say this: have an open mind. Like, don't have a limiting mindset. Just fuck. This is gonna come out really preachy, but like I found that a lot of students here at my school specifically just stuck with their clique and just never like expanded on that. They just found the comfort zone and they stayed there.
no
What's the
comfort
freaking
zone.
motto of this podcast?
No
What
comfort
is it,
I
zone.
don't
boys?
know, but we got to be uncomfortable. It probably has to do something with that, doesn't it? Well, what's the motto?
No comfort zone.
No
No
comfort
comfort
zone.
zone, baby.
No comfort zone.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly.
really like every day. If you're not like scared as hell, and like you're just not, if you don't get that like little like shaky hands before you do something, like you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Oh my god, like
Damn.
the first couple of days, like I was just knocking around at my dorm rooms and just like cold knocking, being like, hey, what's up, my name is blah blah blah, and talking to everyone. And that scared the hell out of me, even though I was already like the boys can attest to this, I'm already like a hella outgoing person. Like that shit should be really easy for me, but I was still really uncomfortable, and boy am I glad that I did that. Oh my lord, so good. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
What about
inspiring.
you, Nate?
Man, for me, there's a side of me where it's like, man, maybe I could have just gone to junior college, local city college first, and then try to transfer to a big time, like UC school or something like that. But yet again, I'm still thankful for all the experiences I've been through. I'm really glad that I chose a state school to help. Luckily, my parents can help pay my tuition just like JV, because it's not like a private school where it's like, you know, 70K, 50K a year. So great, super thankful for that. And then a lot of the people where I go to school, I definitely fit in, because everyone's pretty outdoorsy. They like to work out, be active, and they like to study hard. But one regret, man, I wish that I had more access to different. Because definitely in my school, you have to choose your major. So I'm stuck with kinesiology, classes. I wish like I could have been more interdisciplinary and, done a coding class or, see an engineering class, a business class, kind of adopt all these mind systems and thoughts of thinking. But unfortunately, my school doesn't allow that. But maybe, I could have just done for a year, just find some coding academy online and, get some language down. I don't know. I feel like I should have just explored more instead of just sticking with being so narrowed in on kinesiology.
For sure.
Definitely, yeah. But
So
yeah, definitely. I agree, though. I feel like a lot of people, especially in my school too, stick with their own clique. Luckily for me, I joined like a lot of clubs. My school doesn't really have a lot of diversity, but like joining all these cultural clubs and doing track, I'm able to be around different kinds of people from different areas, urban, suburban, inner city, all that. So definitely it's kept me open-minded because I've seen too many people where, they just stick with like hanging out with this group of people of certain race or these sorority girls or these frat dudes, and you just kind of for me, I get sick of being with the same people. And so definitely try to
end this podcast then. No, just kidding.
Damn, that's it. Oh.
All right, we see you, Nate.
Damn,
all right, bye.
Yeah, just I don't like you guys. Just 5 minutes is enough, all right? God damn.
Yeah. 5 minutes once a month.
Yeah, but like going up to that, like I don't know, like the one thing like I love about college is that like people are literally from like everywhere, so just get like a whole bunch of like different point of views. Like with my friends, I have friends from Georgia, Michigan, to San Jose, New Mexico, Illinois, like literally like everywhere. And like just today, like I was like with some people like I like recently met, and like we were just like having like deep conversations about like religion and like their churches and like compared to like my faith and stuff like that. So just like hearing like different perspectives and like how people grew up will like definitely put a lot of things in perspective, just broaden your view on life and everything else.
Cool.
Is that all the thoughts you guys have? Because I kind of have
That's
to.
about.
I
can't really. I feel like we all just agree on everything. I don't know. There's nothing to disagree on.
Fuck.
So much value in
We
this
tried,
podcast.
boys. We tried to disagree.
Basically, college is great. But you really don't need it in today's world to become financially free. And
so it depends on you. It depends on you.
Yeah. So overall, I'm seeing some like overarching themes. Is that, like Nate said, you don't necessarily need it, and we believe that it is overpriced, specifically for the value that you're getting of the actual college degree. But it's definitely, if you do decide to go to college, it's up to you how much value you get out of college. And so just for us, it's the interpersonal connections that we found to be the most valuable for our experiences. And like the independence, I feel like, and the variation of thought. So yeah.
And with all that, you just got to be intentional and find some kind of purpose with your time and the friends that you have, because you literally have so much free time in college, I feel, compared to high school and probably when you're in the adult world. So take advantage of it and be an explorer, be a learn it all.
Exactly.
Be uncomfortable.
All right. Just before we end this podcast, we want to challenge the people that are just about to go into college. Do something that scares you your first 2 weeks, and do something that makes your hands tingle, that makes your stomach get butterflies. Do something that really scares you, like really out of your comfort zone, and let us know in the comments what it is. But Until then, peace out, everyone.
Peace.
Peace out.